What's going on, guys? Zuko back with another War Within video. I'm all orange again because I'm filming at nighttime. We're going to talk about Prot Warrior, and I'm going to do both of the trees that are available to Prot Warrior, which is Mountain Thane and Colossus, and we're going to compare the two. And yeah, I'm going to make this as quick as I can make it. I don't want to go too long, but let me give you sort of the TLDR at the beginning here, which is I think Colossus for Prot Warrior is an extremely simple tree that doesn't really have any synergies with the spec tree, and it just gives you a new ability and a little sort of buff window that you need to play with, and that's basically it. It gives you some damage reduction. It does give you a bunch of revenge damage. I'll get to this in a second, but it's a very simple choice versus Mountain Thane, which introduces layers and layers of synergy that I'm going to get to as well. All kinds of shield slam synergies that are like really cool. Obviously a bunch of thunderclap synergies, things like Thunder Lord. So the Mountain Thane tree, I think, actually forces you into certain talent choices that the Colossus one doesn't. So you can look at it that way as well. If you don't like being forced into a particular direction, Mountain Thane might not be for you, because you're going to have to take Thunder Lord. You're going to have to take Unstoppable Force. Now, in my opinion, Unstoppable Force and Thunder Lord are two talents that we've been taking as Prot Warriors for forever now. They're very good, and I don't know why you wouldn't want to take them, but my point is simply that Colossus is not going to really affect your talent tree at all, which could be good or bad depending on how you like to play this game. Let me know what you think in the comments about that. I prefer trees that force me to go a particular direction on my spec tree. I don't mind that at all, but I know some people hate that. So let me know what you think in the comments down below. So let's do Colossus first really quickly, and then I'll do Mountain Thane second, and we'll do a little comparison there. So again, what do you get with Colossus? Let me go over the tree in a second here. Let me just get close to the dummies. Basically, you get Demolish. This is a massive channeled ability. It's got a 45-second cooldown. It does a lot of damage, okay? It feels good to press. It is a wonderful button. I love this button, okay? Once you press Demolish, you're also going to have this Colossal Might stacking bonus that you get. And basically, once you get to 10 stacks of Colossal Might, you'll start cooling down Demolish again. Okay, so I'll just show you how that looks. So we go in here, we're going to hit Slam, and then we're just going to press Demolish. Boom, boom. Boom. It's a really cool looking ability. Now, every time I shield slam, I get a stack. Look at my stacks up here. I have 3 stacks of Colossal Might, okay? Up to 4. And we're going to get up to 5. We're going to keep going here. Up to 7. If you get a crit, you get 2 stacks. So there's 8. I didn't get a crit there. I got unlucky. I'm not pressing any of my other buttons. I'm just showing you this, okay? 9. Okay, there we go. I'm at 10. Now, I'm going to start cooling down Demolish. Every shield slam will cool down Demolish and bring it back more quickly, which is cool. Nothing wrong with that at all. That's actually quite cool. But this is all there is. Then you Demolish again. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. I did a lot of damage. So what else is in this tree besides Demolish? There isn't really much. I'm not going to lie. That's the buff that stacks up. Colossal Might increases the damage of your revenge. So there is some revenge damage. I'll get to this actually right now. So there's Colossal Might increases the damage of your revenge by 5% per stack. You can get 10 stacks of Colossal Might. So you can have a 50% more damage revenge. On top of that, revenge is going to do 20% more damage all the time. So that's 70% more revenge damage. And then if you take one against many, Shockwave, Revenge, Whirlwind, deal 5% more damage per target hit. So 25% more damage. So we've got 50... 60, 70 plus 25 is 95% more revenge damage if you kind of have all the things going on at the same time, okay? So I would say on average, you're going to get between 50 and 95% more revenge damage. That's pretty good. Except in my opinion, let me know as Prot Warriors, revenge is not something that I'm hitting like all the time as a Prot Warrior, because usually I'm spending my rage on my shield blocks and my ignore pains because I want to stay alive. That's the whole point of what I'm doing, is trying to stay alive. So if I get a free proc on revenge, of course I'm going to use it. But this tree does offer a tremendous amount of revenge damage, okay? It's got some shield slam damage as well. And it does have damage reduction. It's just not that great. You take 2.5% less damage here. When you demolish something, while you're channeling that Demolish, which is only like a 2-second channel, you take 10% less damage right there, which is kind of cool. And then as you're stacking up this Colossal Might buff, you take 10% sorry, 5% less damage from the enemies that you hit with. So there's kind of like 7.5% less damage up to potentially 17.5% less damage while you're channeling the Demolish. You see what I'm saying? So you get some damage reduction, you get some revenge and shield slam damage, and then you get a new ability. That's it. That's just it. Like, there's other interesting buffs. You get a bit of a, like when you dip below, it's like a pseudo cheat death. Not really, but when you dip below, you get a heal, or you can make your ignore pain better. Your shockwave can knock enemies up in the air. That's actually pretty cool for crowd control. I don't mind that at all. I'm just looking at, like, holistically, this entire hero tree, very simple. There's really nothing going on here except for the Demolish. It's all self-contained. The Demolish thing plus its own little buff window, it's all kind of self-contained. Now, if you like that, that's cool. If you want something that messes with your talent tree a bit more, you can shift over to Mountain Thane. And this is where it's going to get really interesting, in my opinion. So, Mountain Thane introduces this whole Thunderclap kind of lightning strikes thing going on. So, damaging enemies with Thunderclap, Revenge, or Execute has a chance to strike one enemy with a lightning bolt. Okay? Now, that one lightning bolt will also strike up to all nearby enemies, reduced beyond 5, for additional damage. You get one big lightning bolt, and then you also zap everybody else nearby, okay? That's a chance every time you hit Thunderclap, Revenge, Execute, okay? However, the rest of this tree gives you, like, increased or guaranteed chances to proc the big Thunderclap and do more damage. I'm going to show you at the end here. So this is the big one here. Casting Avatar grants you 2 charges of Thunder Blast. Like, what's Thunder Blast? This thing here. Shield Slam has a chance to give you Thunder Blast, making your next Thunderclap do more damage as Storm Strike damage, and then also generate 10 rage. The Storm Strike damage is significant because you have other things that buff your Storm Strike damage, like Call of Thunder. Storm Strike or nature damage abilities deal 5% more damage, so that's going to be your super Thunderclap. Your Thunderclap just does 50% more damage, and then Seismic Reverberations improves Thunderclap. So this is where we get the first synergy here. If we go to Seismic Reverberations, it's not working right now because I tested it and it's not doing it. But if you Thunderclap, you're going to Thunderclap again at 30% of the damage. So that's really strong because it's going to generate rage, and it's going to obviously get more threat, all that kind of stuff, right? Do more damage. So this is good. So we have a chance to call down lightning. We have a chance to make our Thunderclap super big and do more damage. Okay, that's kind of cool. Now, there are guaranteed ways to proc this, and one of them is this. Activating Demoralizing Shout grants you a charge of Thunder Blast. That's just the thing that makes your Thunderclap better. Okay, that's what that's doing. You can also do Flashing Skies. Thunder Blast calls down Lightning Strike on enemies it hits. That's actually a lot more damage as well. You get guaranteed Lightning Strikes on the enemies that Thunder Blast. It's not a regular Thunderclap, only a Thunder Blast, okay? Or you can have the guaranteed proc. I went for the guaranteed proc, okay? Over here, Shield Slam does more damage. Demoralizing Shout reduces damage you take, so 5% more DR. The uptime on Demoralizing Shout is very, very high because of Thunderlord. Increases the radius of Demo Shout, and then each enemy hit by Thunderclap reduces the remaining cooldown of Demo Shout. So you're going to have Demo Shout up basically all the time. It reduces damage you take by 15%, and then you're going to add 5 to that, okay? That's very, very good. Here's a defensive note, which is insane. Armor increased by 8%, which is just really good because you get things like Armor to the Teeth, which gives you strength equal to your armor, or 4% of your armor. So getting more armor actually gives you more strength, which is very, very good. Thunder, and then also Thunder Blast reduces the damage you take by 8%. That is nuts. 8%, I'm telling you, you're going to have this up basically all the time. 8% DR, and then another 5% DR from Demo Shout. So very good. Or you can get this more stamina and then Victory Rush. If Victory Rush like overheals you, it's going to heal you for the amount that it overhealed you, basically, is what it's saying there. Lightning Strikes have a 15% chance to make your next 2 Shield Slams have no cooldown. This is where it all comes together. Okay, this is where it gets really crazy with the synergy. So first of all, we have Thunderclap synergy. We want to be Thunderclapping as much as we possibly can because it can proc the Lightning Strikes. Okay, and we're also going to be getting Thunder Blast procs out the wazoo. So we're going to take Unstoppable Force. This is where all the synergies start to roll in. This is where it gets more complicated than the simple Demolish tree that Colossus has. We get Unstoppable Force, which means when we press Avatar, we get the Thunderclap at a very low cooldown, which is nice. Here's the final note. Remember, casting Avatar gives you 2 charges of Thunder Blast. Okay, massive. When Avatar is not active, lightning strikes have a 10% chance to grant you Avatar. That's also insane. So you can just get an Avatar proc for free. Damage, do more damage. So you're going to take Unstoppable Force and Thunderlord. Those are going to be locked in because we're going to be doing the clap, ignore pain, clap, shield block, like that, like back and forth rotation. That's going to happen. But now we have this thing, which is going to give us a whole bunch of shield slam synergies, which is insane. Let me just get to this really quick, and then I'll show you the dummies. I know you're probably waiting for that, but look at this right here. This gives us a chance for shield slam to... our next 2 shield slams to have no cooldown. That's insane, okay? And it just procs off of any lightning strikes that are coming down, which is a lot. We can stack this up really quickly. You can press shield slam over and over and over again, and it's going to give you buffs like brace for impact, which is going to increase your shield slam damage by 25% and then increase your block value by 15%, which is awesome. Then you can have this. Every time you shield slam, it gives you more rage, and you're reducing the cooldown of shield wall. I'm telling you, we're going to have back-to-back-to-back shield slams over and over again that are just going to be like, your shield wall is going to be an incredibly low cooldown because of this. And then, of course, there's Punish, where you hit one enemy 3 times in a row and you get 9% more damage reduction. Sometimes keeping up Punish in the current game is pretty hard to keep up all 3 stacks. But with this new talent, I'm telling you, it's not hard at all. Burst of Power. So let me show you this. Let me show you this right here. We're going to charge in and we're going to clap. And then remember, Avatar and Demo Shout give us a special thunderclap. Okay, so we're gonna do this in a second. We've already got a proc right there. We can get 2 charges. I'm gonna press Avatar. We have 2 charges of our Thunderblast. There's Thunderblast, and then there's another one, and then we Demo Shout for another one. Do you see how many we've already had through? There's another one. We've already had 4 big thunderclaps that did more damage, okay, than normal. And we'll do this. I'll do the... oh, there's my shield slam. Shield slam, shield slam, shield slam. I can just keep pressing it. It's insane. It's actually crazy. Demo Shout again gives us a special thunderclap. See how quickly our Demo Shout comes back. It's pretty... there's another special Thunder Blast instead of thunderclap. So you get them all the time, okay? Which means realistically, you're going to be calling down those lightning strikes all the time, doing a lot of extra damage, and then synergizing with all the... there's a shield slam, shield slam, shield slam. So we did 3 in a row. So we've got our brace for impact buff is all the way up, okay? And our on the enemy, we have Punish. Our Punish is fully stacked up as well. Here we go. We're going to go into big... when we get the cooldown back here. Here we go. Avatar. Big. We go Demo Shout into another Thunderclap, or Thunder Blast. Thunder Blast. We'll do as many shield slams as we can, because again, we're getting those buffs. Like, it's just kind of easy and simple, and your cooldowns are very, very low. It's very smooth, very fluid. And to me, it feels like I have a little bit more agency over this talent tree, because I'm able to choose talents like Demo Shout, or not Demo Shout, but like Thunderlord, which are going to reduce the cooldown of Demo Shout, and they're going to make this whole thing synergize better together. So you can kind of see this buff. I didn't even click on Shield Wall, but I would have been reducing the cooldown of Shield Wall massively. Our Punish was fully stacked the whole time. Our Brace for Impact was stacked the entire time. Our Demo Shout was up basically all the time, so another 5% DR from that. And then I didn't actually have Keep Your Feet on the Ground. I should have had that, but anyway, that would have been up all the time as well. And then this one to me is just really cool. This kind of brings it all together. It's going to give you those insane procs on Shield Slam. Shield Slam is a really important ability to press. It does 20,000 single target fizz damage and generates 18 rage. Like, it's your primary rage generator. So I think this is a really cool tree and has some very neat synergies. Now, it is interesting to me that the developers decided to have another tree over here that is entirely like internalized and has very few synergies, which means that you don't have to feel forced to take any talents. You could get rid of, you know, this one in the middle. You could go over here and get immovable object instead. You could get rid of Thunderlord and go for something else. Maybe go for revenge damage. I don't know. But to me, Colossus is a little bit more boring than Mountain Thane in terms of the choices that you have. There's more synergies on the Mountain Thane side. It's a simpler deal on the Colossus side, but I do think there's still a lot of damage coming out of the Colossus side. That's for sure. Maybe a little bit more damage reduction coming out from Mountain Thane because you're going to have Demo Shut up all the time, and Keep Your Feet on the Ground is pretty insane. But I think they're both fairly competitive. Just to me, the more interesting tree is the Mountain Thane one, like by far. So I think if you're like a seasoned warrior, you're probably going to lean more towards the Mountain Thane one. anyway. But I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I'd love to hear from all of you down there. I did forget to mention there's some utility here on Mountain Thane. They have intervening can give somebody an absorb shield, which is really, really cool. I like that a lot. Or you get triple Stormbolt, 1, 2, 3 stuns instead of 1, which is also very, very strong. Triple stun is super good. Again, guys, the talents that I used here, I was just messing around with talents. You can pick whatever you want. I know most people pick Thunderous Roar. I was just messing around with stuff. So none of this stuff is set in stone. This is just a first impression. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. If you're going to play Prot Warrior, I think both these trees are good, but they have their differences for sure. And I hope I've explained them pretty well to you. So let me know what you think in the comments down below. Jump in the Discord if you want to as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. Love you all. I'll see you in the next one.